guys, and welcome to my Slay-Torial episode 2. I'm going to be creating a smoky eye, and the first thing that I always do is I spray the face with the NYX First Base primer spray, and then I'm putting on the NYX Photo Loving primer on top of that just to give a very moisturized radiance look to the skin before you put on your foundation. And I'm going to cover up some of her dark spots. She actually has a burn on her head that she got like a week before we filmed this video, so I'm going to make sure that everything is covered before I put on her foundation. And you can use any orange corrector, but the orange corrector that I'm using is out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and that is in the palette Deep. And then I'm just going to blend it out. The foundation that I'm using for her is the LA Girl HD foundation, and this is in the shade Toffee. And all of the products that I use is going to be listed below just in case I forget to say it. But yeah, I'm using that foundation, and I'm just going to apply it with my beauty blender. I like to use my beauty blender for every step, even when priming the face, because I like to have all that product in the beauty blender because it just blends well to me. Now, the concealer that I'm using for her is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the color Fawn, and I'm just going to highlight in the normal spots, which is like under your eyes, your forehead, nose, chin, all that good stuff, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my beauty blender. And there's something about highlighting, contouring on brown skin girls that just gives me like the chills. Like, I just love how our face and the skin complexion just looks when you're highlighting. I don't know. It just could just be me, but I just love highlighting, contouring. Now, to contour her face, I'm going back in with my Anastasia palette, and I'm just going to use the darkest brown that's in that palette. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my beauty blender. Again, contouring makes your face look slender and just more structure to it. So I'm just applying it to the temples of her forehead and the hollows of her cheek and the bridge of her nose. Now, I'm not using a beauty blender to contour her nose. I'm actually going to use this e.l.f. C brush. You can get it at Target. All of e.l.f. brushes are really affordable. They're either $2 or $3. So if you're looking for affordable brushes to start off doing makeup, go to Target, rack up on e.l.f. brushes, and just get down on the makeup. Now, to set her highlight, I'm using my all-time favorite, which is the Sacha Buttercup. It's just something about the Sacha Buttercup that just gives me life. I was using the benign powder, but I kicked that to the curb for Sacha because she's everything. So everywhere that I highlighted, just apply your setting powder, and setting powder is going to make sure that that product does not move. So whenever you're using a cream base, you want to set it with a powder. Now, I didn't put the concealer underneath her cheekbones to carve it out. I just like to do this trick when you don't want to look too highlighted, and that's just putting the powder and carving out your cheekbones. For her brows, I'm using the KaBrow by Benefit, and this is in the number 5. And I'm just going to do her brows like I normally do my brows, which is line it underneath and on top, and then just fill it in. If you guys want a more detailed video on how I do my brows, I have a video on my channel already, and you guys can just go check that out. So the brow is just coming along really, really nice. She already has pretty nice eyebrows, so I didn't have to work too hard. Oh, and guys, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Like, I think that you guys are just watching my videos and not subscribing, so please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of these Slay-Torials that I will be posting every Saturday. Now, back to this brow. I am cleaning up her brows with the same concealer that I use to highlight her face, which is, that's a lot of W words, which is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. So I'm just cleaning up underneath and on top, and then I'm just going to blend that right on out. And as you guys can see, the difference between the right brow and the left brow, it's pretty, some sledge going on. Now that we have basically the base done, we're going to start on the eye. So the first thing that I like to do is always start with a cream base shadow before I put on any powder shadow, if that makes sense. So I'm using the NYX Jumbo eye pencil, and this is just in the color black, and then I'm blending it out a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Nudes palette. I believe it's the Smokey palette, and I'm just going to use the black shadow just to set that cream base, and then just, you know, smoke out the edges, which you guys are going to see in a couple of seconds. So a little quick tip when doing a smoky eye, you want to try to keep the black kind of far down and then blend out the edges, because I think the mistake that a lot of people make is bringing that black shadow up so far that it kind of looks crazy. So I bring up the black shadow into like the crease area just to give it that smoky eye look. And the color that I used to blend out her edges, I went in with my Juvias Masquerade palette, and I just used Zulu just to smoke out her edges. And then I used my Urban Decay eyeliner to line her bottom lash line, and then I'm smoking it out with that same crease color. Now it's time to just brush away Sacha, and I'm using my Sephora, this is my Sephora face powder, just to do that, just so it's not like a flashback. And again, all the products is going to be listed below, so don't worry, don't worry. So I spray her face with my NYX Dewy Finish Spray, and then I'm adding highlight, which is by Artist Couture, and this is Conceited, and this is his Diamond Glow Powder. And I felt like her eyes needed a little glitter, so I'm just adding the NYX not the liquid, yeah, it is a liquid glitter liner, and I'm just adding that to the bottom. And doing the glitter on the bottom is totally optional. You can just skip this step if you just want to stick with the smoky eye and just let it be. For her lips, I'm using Modesty, and this is by MAC. And I lined her lips with MAC Plum. And that's basically it for this whole video. I hope that you guys are really going to start enjoying my Slay-Torials. Thank you guys so much for watching Slay Every Day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.